Hello, brave people of the world. So, war is going on. And today, interview with the head of parliament of Ukraine, Ruslan Stupachuk, came out. So he talked about many topics, and of course, the main topic is about joining Ukraine for NATO because President of US Biden said that he's not ready to go by fast procedure for Ukraine, and Ukraine needs to go through membership action plan map. And what Stefanchuk said, we have been talking about the finishization of Ukraine for a long time. After Finland's accession to NATO, I'm ready to follow Finland's plan, and we are ready for such finishization. Finishization means that they just Finland was fighting against Soviets in 1940, and then they gave up. Finland gave up from its territory anyway, kept their independence. But now we see how Finland fast joined NATO. So, of course, we don't want to give up our territory because our citizens are over there, 100,000 under occupation and in prisons, and it's so difficult for us, and we should save them from Russian terrorism. But every day, day by day, Ukrainian soldiers, civilians are dying. Ukrainian army proved that our army is ready to join NATO. Anyway, there is some mythology, fear of escalation by Western powers, and still they are staying on membership plan for Ukraine for NATO. Our head of parliament said that we are waiting just to join Ukraine after Sweden for NATO, because if Ukraine in NATO is the guarantee of independence of Ukraine, is the guarantee of security for our lands and our people. So our allies give us weapon and so on, but give us too late. And even New York Times yesterday published that half of promised weapons since December 2022 were not delivered to Ukraine. Some of them they were damaged. Anyway, everybody say you have to go to counterattack. Of course, our forces are going to counterattack. Our special service saboteurs are doing what they can, but Russia has very strong aviation, and we need F-16 right now, not for a long time. So history will not forget decisions. We remember, everybody will remember Prime Minister of Chamberlain, and we remember Prime Minister of Great Britain, Churchill. I think you know the difference. Who was cooperating with dictator Hitler and who didn't. Same history will remember about nowadays leaders. So, water receded in Mykolaiv Oblast. 22 settlements still flooded in Kherson. Yeah, you see how it happened almost 2 weeks ago, but still people under the water. Something happened with Russian proxy head of occupied Zaporizhia because his car explodes in occupied Simferopol in Crimea. 81% of Russian 81% of foreign components of Russian missiles are manufactured in United States. It's very how sanctions and so on. I think American Special Service, I don't know, FBI, whatever, should take care about this. Russia uses electronic components manufactured in the United States, Switzerland, Germany, and Japan to produce missiles. But the United States accounts for 81% of such microelectronics. According to the head of President Administration, Yermak, uh, the KH-101 air-launched cruise missiles contain at least 53 types of electronic components, and it's very dangerous news. We have to stop send anything to Russia because they kill our people. Um, Zelensky, president of Ukraine, spoke with Ukraine Prime Minister about security guarantees for Ukraine and strengthening sanctions against Russia. So Volodymyr Zelensky had a telephone conversation with Rishi Sunak, and I have to thank Great Britain because they give us all power, all long missiles, and it's very good and close our ally. Without British help, we wouldn't stand so long as well. Also, some statistics in Ukraine came out. So, fewer than 25% of Ukrainians would like to change the president after victory. And the overwhelming majority of Ukrainians support refreshing the central government at one level or another. The least number of respondents, 23%, would like to see the president replaced after the election, and about 60%, yeah, 47% Ukrainians want to change prime minister and his cabinet, and 69% want to change our parliament. And also, the head of Ukrainian parliament said that the Ukraine is ready to start negotiating of full membership of European Union. Europe is still thinking, and Ukraine is still fighting. Yeah, the speed of decision and according to process of decision depends our future. So also Wagner leader group said that 32,000 former convicts have returned home from war in Ukraine. So you know that about 30,000 uh, convicts, like prisoners, were forced to join Russian army in Ukraine and to kill our people. We don't know. Is it true? Is it not? They came back anyway. Russian army is still fighting in Ukraine. So counterattack is going up, and today we have proof that Ukrainian saboteurs, actually German newspaper, wrote that Ukrainian special services and also partisan and saboteurs just cut the railway connection of Russian supply in the Zaporizhia region, what of course helps for our forces to attack. Anyway, Ukraine just try to find a weak place in a Russian defensive line. So a little bit sad news, because wherever from the West are going news that we should wait and we should wait, and war is not waiting. Day by day, our soldiers, our civilians are dying. So please make an impact of governments that you elect wherever you are, in US or in Europe. Support Ukraine and be brave as Ukraine.